That day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make us realize, and then we will know what I did. Whatever you did in the past, Allah will make us that awareness. That did you do it right? Did you follow the instructions? Or did you do it from your own mind? That He will be made aware of what you did. Good intention, right intention, good amal. This is our real wealth that we need to accumulate. This is what we're here for, and that's what we have to make an effort on, that's what we have to collect. Then once we have this capital, once we have this wealth, then the altaf of Allah, then the kindness of Allah, generosity of Allah, the rahmah and barakah will shower us and we'll be immersed in this. Karam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, vast, there's no limit, no bound. The qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is vast. We can't even imagine the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that we must have this dependence, reliance and yaqeen on the qudrat of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it. No, believe it. The karam of Allah, the mercy of Allah. This is a whole, all this is going on is because of the karam of Allah. The system of Allah, the power of Allah, is that the mercy of Allah is driving all these things. We have no right on Allah. No one has any right. We can't command Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what to do. Allah is merciful. Allah is making it happen. Because Allah is kind and generous. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making it possible for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just making us aware that this is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I'm showing this is my kindness to you, this is my generosity to you. You don't deserve it. And it's not no right on me, but I'm doing this for you. I'm your Rabb. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind with us and generous with us. Sometimes Allah gives us when we ask for, sometimes Allah gives us without asking. Allah Kareem will not see how much I've given. Allah Kareem is the one who gives that much abundantly, without any limit, and because of His own generosity, because the treasures are full, and He continues to give. Not just one time, over and over and over again, continues to benefit us. We are human beings, so we always hope and expect the karma of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We hope and expect the karma of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Listen with ears to the glad tidings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and fulfill your responsibility. Do your job, Allah will do the rest. Do what you have been commanded to do. Fulfill your responsibility. Fulfill the responsibility. Those who will fulfill the responsibilities, they will never be deprived of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will deal with us according to our expectations from Him. We hope good from Allah, Allah will do good to us. This is kindness of Allah, generosity from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it so easy for us. I will deal with my slave according to the expectations that he or she has of me. You hope good from Allah, Allah will do good. You expect good from Allah, Allah will do good for you. So always be expectant of the karma of Allah. You wait for the rahmah of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decided, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it incumbent upon Himself that Allah will show mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always never lose hope. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues to give us glad tidings. Mabad to you, wait, and the help of Allah is not far away from you. And Allah gives and continues to give. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestows upon us the nusrat from Allah, and so much that we cannot even count. Brothers, I request you, last Bayan, look at me. Don't look at others, because otherwise, don't worry about what's happening around you. Then you will benefit. Then you concentrate, inshallah, it will come. Conviction in the heart is you concentrate, inshallah. I can't see him, it's 2 kilometers away, but you can see me translating. That's the great of Allah, it's the generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, great gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we have got the deen of Islam. The gift is the deen of Allah. We practice deen of Allah. Allah has guaranteed help of Allah is that for those who practice deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guaranteed that I will help you. Surely I'll help you. Surely I'll help you. That you will have good environment, good conditions, favorable conditions, present conditions. If you practice deen, what is deen? My orders. look to my orders, fulfill my orders, I'll give you all that you need. And I'll give you much more. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not wish any hurt for you or harm for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want to impose restrictions on you or place a burden more than you can bear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made it very easy and simple. You can do, and great rewards, great gifts from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you great. This is I can't even imagine, and will continue to shower you with our blessings day by day. They'll keep on increasing. They'll keep on increasing. The blessings of Allah will keep on increasing. And if you do one good thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala multiplied it by millions of times. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that you do good, you are good, Allah will give you do one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you millions of times more. And then you do one, then it will be effect. The reward is there, but also you will feel the impact, you will feel the condition, you will be inspired from that one good thing that you have done. You want to do the rest as well. And then as soon as you've done something good, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you and give you more and more. You will be able to do more. When you do one good thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you the opportunity to do more. Such as the guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who do the effort, those who continue to do the effort. Yes, maybe nafs, what we wish, but sometimes we shake, we're shaken. How will I do this? This is like a young child. You ask the child to do this, he says, how can I do this? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no. This is nafs, does not want any discomfort. A child does not want any discomfort. He says, go and have a shower. No. Have a haircut. No. They say, change your clothes. No. All he wants is food and play. That's what the child wants. Food and play. Food and play. That's what the child wants. But we don't, because otherwise he'll be spoiled. So we say, no, you have to have a haircut. You have to have a shower. You have to change your clothes. So that this is how we are training, we're motivating. This is the nafs. This is what we want. What we want is the comfort, ease. When we talk of responsibility, it's too hard. Why should I give? I want to use it. It's my time, it's my money. This is what we want. I, me, mine. This is a problem. So that when it comes to sharing with others, then feels that heart starts to shake. Why should I share? It's my earnings. I earned it. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, with the help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the fadail of amal, and the glad tidings from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is nothing to fear, nothing that Allah will do this for you, Allah will do this for you. So Allah will give you a multiplied more. You do this much, Allah will give you more. So this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is encouraging. Allah is encouraging. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives glad tidings. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him be moved with these glad tidings. So it says encouraging that you do this will happen to you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gives this, make it easy for us. That Allah wants easy for you. Yuridullah bikum al-yusr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not wish to place burden on you more than you can bear. It is easy for you. Don't worry. We'll help you. You just take one step. I'll do the rest. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because this ummah, us, you and I, men and women, those who recite this kalima, we have to do the effort of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the effort of Anbiya. This is a great honor. Don't look at it as a burden, but it's an honor to do this. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to have the dignity of being in the company of Anbiya on the Day of Judgment, alongside them. Because this is the effort, because the highest and most noble and honorable amongst human beings are Anbiya. In all times, whenever there has been Anbiya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has helped all the Anbiya. And most of help came from Allah towards our Imam al-Anbiya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and to the Ummah. Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because this ummah has to do the job of Anbiya. No other ummah before had to do the job of Anbiya. Only this ummah has to do the job of Anbiya. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has narrated the stories of Anbiya before, the nations before, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Anbiya did the job for Allah, how Allah helped them. With this ummah is the same, doing the same job as Anbiya, how Allah helped Anbiya, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help this ummah the same way that Allah helped Anbiya. So what appeared to be impossible, Allah made it possible. Allah made it possible. That what appeared to be impossible, that's why these stories are narrated, for us to read and take heed. That's it. That help that came to Anbiya, that help is available for us, so that we can have confidence, so we can have trust, so we can have good tidings, so we can have good feelings, and don't feel that as a burden on us. And how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for Musa alayhi salam and his people, from his power, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up 12 roads in the ocean. Can you imagine who can do that today? With all the technology, Allah did this. But the same help is available to us if we do the same job that Musa alayhi salam did for Bani Israel. So that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took all of them. The walls of water. Who can build a wall of water? Allah did. Qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For Bani Israel, because they were following the ways of the Nabi Musa alayhi salam. And also these are black titans. Also there have been warnings in Quran for those people who didn't follow the commands of Allah, who didn't follow the ways of their Nabi, what Allah did to them. No, these are the glad tidings, these are the warnings. For some, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up those 12 ways and they passed through peacefully. And these same roads were used to destroy 6 million of them. Same roads. Some were saved and some, the same road that used for destruction. Bani Israel passed through, but the army of people of Fir'aun, they all drowned. These Bani Israel were weak, following Nabi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did this. What happened? Because we always have promised, even weak ones, follow Allah, ways of Nabi, we will help them like we did Anbiya. But the strong ones who become tyrant, who become arrogant, that we will drown them like Fir'aun and his people and his army. That's why we are always on Allah, on the earth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to help those who are weak. Allah's help is always with the weak ones. But those who are mischief, who are miscreants, those who do mischief, those who spread evil, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will deal with them like Allah did with Nimrud and Qarun and Fir'aun and Haman and their people. That says that what they dreaded most, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it happen. They drowned in the ocean. It says that one, same condition, same ocean. Some had peace, some had got drowned. This is from Allah, the Qudra of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Same place, but different people. Obedient ones had mercy, same condition. But the others, those who are disobedient, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed them. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrated the stories of Anbiya, and that Allah made it possible, but it appeared to be impossible. So that is it. Who is able to? Who can do this? Build roads in the ocean? Only Allah. This is the power of Allah. No, I can do anything. I don't need any reason. I don't need any cause. The power of Allah. Submit to me, then my qudrat will be on your side. That's when the conditions will change. That's when you can condition it. If I'm with you, you have everything. If I'm not with you, you've got nothing. Doesn't matter how much dunya you have. This is the system of Allah. This is the condition of Allah. That's the content of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Always know, find out what Allah wants. Find out what Allah wants. That Allah's entire system of Allah, qudrat of Allah will be alongside us and help us. But how will Allah be with us? When we do Allah's job. When we do the job of Allah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has entrusted us to do the job, then entire power of Allah, strength of Allah will be with us. Qudrat of Allah will be with us. This is the system of Allah. And that system of Allah, the sunnah of Allah, you will never find changing. But first step is for us to fulfill our responsibilities. Do your job, then I'll do the rest. You make that intention. Then say when you see help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help come from the ghaib. From the ghaib. It will come. But put your trust in it. But also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send the warnings and the help of Allah from the ghaib, and also the punishment is also from the ghaib. Then it will appear to you that you do your job, do what you've been created for, do your job, the effort with sacrifice, then your sacrifice reaches a certain level, that's when help of Allah will come. First, you have to take the first step. Those who disobey, those who spread mischief, those who do evil, those who are arrogant, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I'll give you respite. For a short while, then I'll catch you. Then the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be warned, those who disobey me, those who displease me, then I'll take revenge of you. And my revenge, my intiqam is very strong and severe. So this is the faith from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Help from Allah like Allah helped Anbiya. So both are there. These are the two ways. Khair, shar, help of Allah, azab from Allah. Both tracks. Those who fulfill their responsibilities, they are on khair. They are doing good, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help them. Your own iman, better enough for your iman, and put your trust in Allah, yaqeen in Allah, then and your talaq with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do the rest. Keep looking at me, inshallah, otherwise you will go to sleep. Don't put your neck down and just for 1 hour more, inshallah, and keep looking at me. If you look around, you're not here. So this is how do you develop yaqeen, how do you build up yaqeen? This is a way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Da'wah to others. Allah, nothing without Allah, nothing from the ghair of Allah. Allah can do anything and everything without everything that Allah has created. This is the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is able to and capable of doing anything. So never lose hope. Allah can do anything. Allah can do everything. And Allah is not in need or dependent on any of our things. We don't have to have things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create conditions, favorable conditions. You're praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even if you have nothing. Put your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who are making an effort for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the conditions come, don't lose hope. Tolerate. Allah is watching. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to raise our status, elevate us through sabr and through tolerance. That's tahammul. As I said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just given His commandments that don't eat this, don't drink this, then I'll do this for you. First, you have to stay away from it, because this is the treatment for us. Like we go to the doctor, says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also sends us His commandments. This is what you can see, this is what you shouldn't see, this is what you can eat, this is what you shouldn't eat. Because then now help of my help will come to you when you take care of what I want you to do. This is the wisdom of Allah. This hikmah of Allah knows how to deal with us. Allah knows the future, we don't. We only know what is present. So this is Allah can see past, present and future. We only know the past and we only know the future. Right now, Al-An. We don't know what's going to happen the next moment. Allah knows what's going to happen next moment. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deals with us according to what Allah knows for future. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with Allah's wisdom and Allah's qudrat. Allah's power and Allah's wisdom. What is good for us, that's what Allah does. Sometimes we don't understand, or sometimes we don't accept. So never lose hope that the conditions get restricted. Things are becoming unpleasant, things are becoming unfair or unfavorable. Don't lose hope. Don't give up. Keep on doing the effort, because it's just a short time. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change all our conditions, all that mist will disappear, the fog will disappear. That's why Musa al-Islam taking Bani Israel, and in the dark, middle of the night, just as 3, 4, 5 million of 3 or 500,000 of them. It says midnight, where so they start to complain, Musa, what should we do? They say we can't see anywhere. Now we are finished, because all the conditions are favorable. Because if we keep walking, there's an ocean in the front, and now we can see Fir'aun coming with the army. Musa said, have no fear. Allah is with us. Allah, so long as you continue to follow me, and Allah is with us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah knows. Allah is watching. Allah commanded Musa alayhi salam to do this. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will this. This is the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One door closes, many doors open. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open many doors when one shuts. So just by one door shutting in front of you, one opportunity gone, don't think this is the end of the world. Many other doors will open. Allah is just testing you for a short while. Before you know it, all the opportunities will be open before you. Have no fear. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Because the help of Allah is near. Help of Allah is very near. It's close by. Don't lose hope. Don't keep on doing, keep on going, keep on going. Because these conditions are a test for us. That's one. Secondly, conditions come to elevate us. We don't realize how much we are benefiting. This is tarbiyah for ours. This is to train us. So one condition, favorable conditions come from disobedience. One type of conditions come because of our sacrifice. Spending our time, spending our money for the sake of Allah. Then there's tolerance, there's hardships, there's pain, there's suffering. But we're obeying Allah, when these conditions come, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be elevated, honored. But other conditions come, we don't have anything. But because of disobedience, we've been disobeying Allah, displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then these are as a punishment. How, that's why we read in Hayatul Sahaba, how they were hungry and they were thirsty and they were getting tortured in Makkah, being even dragged in the streets of Makkah, and the flames that were being lit underneath under their backs, and they had this suffering. But this was to make them strong in their yaqeen. Thus, get beaten, but don't, and hold your arms and don't touch, and don't open your hands. Don't revenge. Don't have any revenge, because Allah is watching, I'm watching. Now your iman and your yaqeen is become stronger because of the punishment of the beating that you're taking. That just wait and do and tolerate pain, suffering you go through. Have no fear, don't worry. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is praising the Sahaba because of my deen, because of iman, because of yaqeen. They were suffering in Makkah, because this is to elevate them, this is to give them qualities, this is to make them better human beings, so they become stronger physically, mentally, spiritually. And that's why we do the effort with the trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm doing for Allah, and Allah is watching, and Allah has got treasures. Allah is treasures. So this is to elevate us, to make it so that we can move up the ladder, more honor, more grace. You become stronger physically, spiritually, mentally, and that's it. So this strength will come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through hardship and suffering. Doesn't matter. It's only the to the body. Body is mortal anyway. So that's you're going through your hunger, you're going through your thirst. So that's those who are watching them, non-Muslims and mushrikeen, they're watching them. Look at these silly Muslims. What they're suffering, because of their deen they're suffering. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They're wrong in what they're saying. I am watching what they're doing. This is to make you stronger. This is not a punishment for you. This is that when you suffer pain, suffering, hardships because of the deen of Allah, this is for your good, because then you'll have wisdom, you'll have hikmah, you'll have tawakkul, you'll have taqwa, you'll have these qualities which will make you stronger and better human beings, because then you will be able to fulfill your responsibilities with good niyat and amal and yaqeen and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help will come. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to come up to a certain level, effort, sacrifice at a certain level. Like you come across a well, the water's below, and then it's about 20 meters down, so you won't be able to get water at the 18 feet. You will have to have, because the water is 20 feet, so you have to put your rope down to 20 feet, where the water is level of water. Similarly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes us to come through our effort, whoever sacrifices at a certain level, Allah is watching, has that level of sacrifice been achieved? So then that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help will come near as our sacrifices go up. So as soon as the sacrifice is there, to our tolerance, to our hardship, to our pain, and to our suffering, that's when help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a middle line, there is a line, there is a trigger mechanism. But whenever sacrifice arrives at that level, it triggers the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Abshiru, abshiru, have glad tidings, have hopeful, remain hopeful from Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shower you with so much that you will forget all your pain and suffering. Just wait for a short while. Continue, keep on doing your effort, keep on doing this amal, and don't worry about this, that they're punishing you, they're saying wrong words to you, they're hurting you, and you're suffering. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah who created things, same Allah who creates the conditions as well. Things and conditions from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, day and night from Allah. So similarly, conditions also come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Keep changing. This dunya is all about changes. Never anything is still or stationary. It can keep changing. A baby keeps on growing. And the heat, light, day, night, season keep changing. Health, illness. Similarly, inna ma'al yusrin, inna ma'al usri yusra. Have no fear. Don't worry. Don't wait. Inshallah, after every suffering, there is ease for you. After every suffering, there is ease. This is the training for us, for those who are making effort for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fulfill your responsibilities. Allah's promise will be fulfilled. One more gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah has promised us to help us. Another power, great power Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give when we increase our sacrifice. That is the power of dua. That's a great power of dua. Great power of dua. Do your job. Allah will change your conditions, and Allah will give you the power of dua. Then like the dua Allah gave to Anbiya, same power of dua Allah gave to us as well. And we have been taught this dua. Rasulullah said, ask Allah this, beg Allah for this, beg Allah for this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you mustajab dua. Your dua, whatever you wish, will be granted acceptance. That's like the land, the farm. You make enough from the farm, and first you clear it, and then you dig it, and plow, and irrigate, and now it's prepared. Now you put the seed, now you make the dua. You make the effort, you sacrifice on the farm, now you make dua. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do the rest. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will germinate. Those seeds will start to grow. The plants and the grains. For one grain, for one seed, you get hundreds of grains. This is dua. Because the dua of a Nabi makes it possible what was impossible, through the power of dua. So learn, acquire the power of dua, and that is power Allah will give to those who are making an effort with the deen, with sacrifice. Rasulullah ﷺ has taught us both da'wat, with the effort and sacrifice, and also the dua. This is the way, this is the passage to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Allah, beg Allah, full hope, full expectation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with full yaqeen from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Never test Allah. Necessary. The right dua, maybe Allah will accept, maybe Allah will grant, but yaqeen, the dua Allah has promised, I will return the dua to you. I will grant acceptance of your dua. Whatever you beg, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised, I'll accept your dua. So nothing to fear, nothing to be afraid of. Because Allah is watching, Allah's treasures are with us. We keep on working, keep on making an effort, and Allah's treasures are working with us. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bestow upon us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us, all the gifts of Allah will be working with us. Therefore, this effort of Dawat and Tabligh is part of our life. Inshallah, make that intention now. Inshallah, please just open your eyes. Those brothers, they go to sleep, they'll go to sleep. So how we can have just for half an hour, very important talk for us. Inshallah, we'll benefit. When we will benefit, inshallah, put your head up. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Rasulullah has given. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised, you continue, do the effort with sacrifice. I will help you from sources you can't even imagine. Secondly, when you sacrifice come at a certain level, I'll give you the power of dua. You'll be mustabid dua. This is when we benefit. It's not just for akhirah, it's also to make our life easy and comfortable in dunya as well. From the power of dua and sacrifices. Yes, yes, sir. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give barakah on our farm, barakah in our shop, barakah in our business, barakah in our home, barakah in our relationships, barakah in our things, barakah in our money. That you've got a block of flats, and that says, now I'll rent it, so then I'll get the money from the rent, and then the yaqeen is on the farm, yaqeen is on the block of flats. That I'll get the rent and I'll be able to fulfill my needs. I'll do this, this will happen. This is in dunya. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. But from amal, not from mal. Amal and not mal. Not material things. This is iman. You yaqeen on Allah. Allah does, and ghair of Allah cannot do. All this, what you see, all that you see is the ghair of Allah. But it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not in need or dependent on anything and everything Allah has created. Cannot benefit, cannot harm. Allah alone, with His power, Allah can make it happen. That's the yaqeen we have to develop. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. This is la ilaha illallah. That's why that was the kalima. That's why the kalima tayyibah. Then Allah will give hayat tayyibah. So that we build our yaqeen in Allah, build our yaqeen in the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why we make an effort. So we have yaqeen in the promise of Allah, in the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we continue this effort of iman, Allah will do this. When I give sadaqah, this will happen. When I fast, this will happen. When I go hajj, this is what Allah will do. Taqwa, tawakkul. Now we are building ourselves stronger, spiritually, physically, and biologically, physically. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you those strength, body strength, the root strength. And then because then our yaqeen will be on the amal. That says, now this is yaqeen in the amal and zikr and dua. Put your trust in the zikr and dua. It's not what you know, it's what you believe in. Yaqeen, not just the ilm, but the yaqeen in the ilm. That's the effort from within, when in our heart this yaqeen develops, then the yaqeen in our heart will drive us towards that amal that please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That says that when we push your yaqeen, that when I offer my salat on the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah will do this for me, Allah will do this for me. Then whenever I have any need, I'll offer 2 rakat salat and make dua. This is yaqeen have to develop. This is the effort one has to make. With this yaqeen, that our lifestyle depends on da'wat and dua. We encourage, we make an effort for the deen. And that's Allah, these are the do's, do these are the don'ts, don't do these. This is our life. We remain within the boundary of some things to do and something to avoid. So as much as we obey Allah, submit to the will of Allah, that's how much we'll be connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our relationship with Allah is through His obedience. 100% submission, 100% obedience to Allah, then 100% deen and 100% help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not part-time, but full-time, at all times, in all conditions, wherever we are, in all conditions, at all places. Of course there will be hardships, there will be some pain, there will be some suffering from time to time. Because whenever this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing, Allah will test. When we are walking on that narrow path of obedience, then there will be pain and suffering on the way. This is the system of Allah, all Anbiya. So whenever someone wants to make an effort and practice deen, there will be hardships, there will be pain and suffering. But you withstand those and stabilize yourself and accept those conditions. This is don't feel that it's burden. Allah is testing me. This headache and this fever and this pain and this illness and this hunger and this thirst is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All conditions come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not my from body. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to raise our status so we get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. then you will become independent of food from hunger and water from thirst. This is the elevation. This is the mujahidah. We express our desires, and this is sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Sacrifice is to sacrifice. Mujahidah is to sacrifice our needs. Desires, of course, something we don't follow. Needs is we sacrifice. So that's when we will benefit. So this is the effort we make. If we're making the effort in the right way, in the right quantity, in the right one, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the right way, following the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then it becomes first, then as we carefully make an effort, then it becomes adat, it becomes our habit, then becomes ibadat. Like a child, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, we get them to stand with us. As they grow up, now they understand. Because first it was a habit. Now as they grow up, gain the understanding, then becomes ibadat. Same way for us as well. First it becomes habit. Habit. We continue to do it, then it will become ibadat. This is progress. This is progress. And this is progress that we are aiming for. We keep on aiming higher, keep on aiming higher, away, lift ourselves away from the things of around, which lift yourself up towards spiritually. That's what is iman, kalima, all beyond what we see, beyond what we see, and hopes and expectations from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because conditions will come. Allah will test you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test you. As you are making an effort for the deen of Allah, that the things will come. And this is Allah will sending deliberately to you, so Allah can elevate you. Allah can elevate your rank. Something is maybe something that you think is not good for me, and maybe it is good for you. Allah knows best. Allah knows best. You feel it's a pain, suffering, you don't like it, but maybe it's good for us. We put our dependence and reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Something we want and may not be good for us. Something we don't want and maybe that is good for us. So that Allahu ya'lamu wa antum la ta'lamun. Allahu ya'lam, Allah knows, wa antum la ta'lamun. You don't know. That I know what's best for you. You continue, you obey me, and sacrifice your needs, then I'll elevate you, then I'll fulfill your needs from the source you can't even imagine. This is ibadah. What is ibadah? Being an abd of Allah, being a slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever I have is not mine. It belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My life belongs to Allah. My money belongs to Allah. My spirit, my power, my ability, strength, all belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I place myself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If my salat, that command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the first commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to a Muslim, the one who says La ilaha illallah, and he or she takes care of his salat, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them such spiritual strength. Quite a few brothers are asleep. Please wake them up. He says, this is not the time to sleep. We should sleep when it's sleep time. Now's the time, inshallah, iman, yaqeen. I'm trying to do my best, inshallah, you cooperate with me. You help me. Because otherwise I'll go to sleep as well. Inshallah, keep looking at me. Keep looking at Jazakallah khair. For my benefit, for your benefit as well. So inshallah, to gain the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to strengthen the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's no way we can be connected with Allah except through His commandments. We are the slaves of Allah. Allah is our master. Allah commands us. We must do. We always say, says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, says behind you. See your neighbor. Says behind you. I says inshallah, keep looking at me. Come forward and look at me, inshallah. So this is how we use our tongue, how we use our life, how you use our poetry, how you use our whatever we have. For this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given zikr, tilawat, fasting, because this is the life. We spend our time, we spend our body. This is ibadat. That's a right intention, a right way. What is the right way to do an amal? The only way to do an amal is the Muhammad Rasulullah. This is sacrificing our life. What is sacrificing our life? That we use our body, fasting, zikr, tilawat, ibadat, This is how when we use our body. Also we use our money as well. This money Allah has given us is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not that we haven't earned it from our intelligence. Intelligence from Allah, time from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That those who are ignorant, don't have the ilm of akhirah. They think this money has been given to me, I can use it for my enjoyment, for my pleasure, for my lust. Well, this is a great folly, this is a great deception, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given money to us to fulfill the rights of others, to share with others, so that there's no pain, there's no suffering of other human beings. This is what you do with your body, with your time, is for ibadat. And what you do with your money, to ease the suffering of others. And then as much as you sacrifice, and that's when how much relationship you will have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Once you are connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, related with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through His obedience, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shower us and give us so much that more than our hopes and expectations. That's because if we don't share with others, we don't share what is their right, this is cruelty. This is zulm. And then we don't give enough. If we don't give enough for them, we don't give them at all. We don't give them at all. This is zulm. When we don't give them enough, this is being dishonest. This is being dishonest. This is khiyana. Because we have the Amin, we have this Aman, that the money is there to support you. Money is there to support you, not just to fulfill your needs. Use your money according to your need. The rest of it belongs to others. Find out who are the deserving ones. Give it to them. So the money is not there for you to make a bigger house and better car and more food and more clothes and better weddings. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. This is a test for you. When you spend your time, when you spend your body, when you spend your money in those places where Allah doesn't want, then you're committing zulm and you're being dishonest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is khiyanat. Because when we learn this through the guidance of Anbiya, because Anbiya teach us, Anbiya guide us, because conditions are created, we look to the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how we find ourselves in this condition, what to do. What was the way of Nabi whenever he found himself to be hungry or in distress or in some sort of condition? What did he do? What did he turn to? What was the amal of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? This is the test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this opportunity to develop our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then how we use our body for ibadat, and we use our money for the rights of others. Fulfill. Use your money beyond al-afra, beyond your needs. It all belongs to others. Find out who are deserving. Find out the widows. Find out the orphans. Find out even amongst your relatives. Find out those who are deserving. Don't fulfill your lust through money. Don't look for your comfort. So that raise the standard of living. This is not allowed. This is not allowed to raise the standard of living. And once you do this, based on your money and your status, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah will send such punishments that we'll have plenty of time, we'll have plenty of money, but will not be happy, will not be peaceful. Lot of money, spending on our wants, not looking at the needs of others, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make those people, their life miserable, their istirab. So whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that I dislike those people, I do not love those people who spend more than is necessary. This is called israf. Wallahu la yuhibbul musrifin. This is being extravagant. This is not a Muslim lifestyle. This is a non-Muslim lifestyle. Those who spend more than is necessary, more than is needed on your weddings, on your houses, on your clothes, on your food, the basic needs. Keep them at the need level and below the need level, not above the need level. Otherwise, it will become a want, it will become a lust, and it will become israf and extravagance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like those people who are extravagant. Because those five basic needs, when you want them and increase your wants, and that you want to have more food, more clothes, and better house, then you will spend more time and more money. But when you keep your needs simple, below the need level, then two things will happen. One, you will save time and you will save money as well. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put barakah in whatever you have. And otherwise, if you spend more, then the life becomes miserable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not take the money away, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just send such conditions, more needs. That needs are so many needs. The wants have become needs. There's so many needs. Allah will generate needs for them that they will need to work more, longer hours, but needs are not being fulfilled. That if you don't spend your time and you don't spend money where Allah wants, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you spend your time and money where you don't want. Then the life will become miserable. No happiness. There'll be anxiety, there'll be depression, there'll be suffering, there'll be psychological problems, psychological disorders, there'll be heartaches and headaches because time and money is not being spent at the right places to the right people. This is the marsh, like the quicksand will drag you down and you won't even know it. You're being dragged down and being burdened with more money, like Karun. Thinking my need is not, my money is not enough, earn more money, and not thinking that because there's no barakat in my money that I need to do amal. So this is the change of the direction, changing your direction away from disobedience to obedience. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make whatever you have enough for you. Not just your needs will be fulfilled, but also the quality of life will improve. This got nothing to do with how much money you have, but it's the happiness and peace and comfort, honor, love amongst each other, and obedience from children, obedience from the wife, and love in the family will come. This is the quality of life. And the quality of life is from barakah. Because otherwise, fulfill your responsibilities. You have to take time out. You can never say, I'm too busy. No such thing as busy. What are you busy in? Earning more money, more job and business? No. You have to realize that there's a business, there's mal, effort for the mal, effort for money, or effort for amal. You have to take time out. You have to allocate your time equitably in this. You never have to give dawat. Go to shops because you need to work. Because so it's to pull them out of the marketplaces and the shops and businesses. Come to the masjid, learn the value of amal so that your yaqeen changes away from mal towards amal. That's only then. That's why we have to sit with them individually. We have to find time, more time to be spent in amal, more time in amal. Otherwise, more money, more problems, and continue to just fulfill just enough money to get by. Enough money, because this life is only to get by. Because the real life is hereafter. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you do this, we'll make you contentment. We'll give you contentment that you'll have in your richness. You'll be feel in your heart. Richness is not outside how much money you have, but the richness, the real richness, the ghina is the ghina of the heart. Richness. Then you will have. This is the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's nothing to do with the numbers and the quantities and the status and the positions. This Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, spare time for my deen, spare money for my deen. Then I will give you ghina of nafs. Then, because to feel of being, so it's just a feeling of the heart. It's a feeling, it's a state of mind. The satisfaction is not for the quantity. Satisfaction is whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased or not. So Rasulullah used to give an example. If someone is given even 2 valleys of gold, he will wish, I will have the 3rd valley. So you will never be contented. Never be contented. Because the contentment only comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who put their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah says that I will give you ghina of nafs. When you spare your time and spend your money only on your needs, not below that level of needs, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make your things, will make your money enough for your needs, and you don't have to worry about it. You never have to look to others. Then you will become such honored in your own eyes and the eyes of others as well. They will love you, they'll take care of you, and they'll trust you. So never let anyone know what your needs are. Never let them know, not even wife. So no one let them know. Only tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what your needs are. And Allah knows, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to make dua to Him. If you don't have that trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you start begging. Not begging by hands, but always hopes and expectations from others. How He can help me, how He can help me. So someone getting married, he had a currency and a note of 100. So sir, here's a note of 100, I need 10 of tens. So the shopkeeper said, sorry, said, I don't have change. So sir, he pointed and so he pointed out, oh, they're beggars, they will have the change. Go to them for those who are begging. So give them 100 real note and they'll give you 10 notes. I don't have, but you go to the beggars. So the shopkeeper doesn't have, the beggar has. That's the point he's making. The shopkeeper doesn't have. With all that, but the beggars have the money. But there's a beggars. It's opened up. On the beggars and the fakir, open up begging. Because they have money, but they keep on begging. They have the money. So many of the beggars, they've been raided and their houses are full of their sacks full of notes. But always begging. So there's different types of models that we have. Some from the tongue, some from the heart, someone even begging. They're all beggars. Someone holding their hands and someone even riding their cars, and they're beggars as well. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, spare your time for my ibadah, spare your time for my deen, will you the ghina of nafs. We will remove your poverty from your chest. You will never feel poor. Whether not you have money, but you will feel good about yourself. You will have self-respect. You will feel good about yourself. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you spare yourself for my job, spare yourself, spare your time for money, then we will remove all kinds of distress from your heart. They all will remove all your spiritual illnesses and will lighten your burden and will take care of all your needs. I'll take care of all. You spare yourself for my deen, for my effort, for my deen. Because that's what Sahaba did. Maybe in their homes they had nothing. Maybe they had their nothings. And they weren't told that don't go to the shops, don't go to run your orchards, don't run your farms. Listen. Now this time should be spent. This time is very valuable. Time should be spent. This life is valuable. Make sure your time is spent in my obedience, for my deen, for my effort. Then I will take care of all of your needs. That's why Sahaba Ikram, they had nothing in their homes. But they felt richness of the heart. And for a short time, how we now praise Allah. Allah praise Sahaba. Sometimes they had no food because they felt that the ghina of the nafs, because they felt good about themselves. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that without money, Allah fulfilled all their needs. Because they diverted their direction away from the farms and businesses towards the amal or the masjid for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But it didn't happen. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished them. That they had the pleasure of the life as well. But the needs Allah was fulfilling. But they didn't have that greed. Or selfishness. This is so they were looking after their wife and getting married and their children and the tarbiyah for the children. Everything was happening. But they fulfilled always. There's the need for deen. Fulfill, always spare yourself, always be available for the effort of deen. And never look to anything else. But this is deen, I'll help the deen of Allah, Allah will take care of all of my needs. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we will, if you spare your life, spare your time, spare your money, we will give you self-respect. But if you don't, we will fill your chest and you fill your life with all kinds of miseries. You'll be so busy, but your needs will not be fulfilled. So you will lose in both aspects. No time for deen, then you will have no time for dunya. You won't enjoy You're getting busy, not enough money, not busy, no time, but because the needs are getting not filled, problems, suffering, no deen, no dunya. These are the miserable people. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised, you spare your time, I'll give you the best in spiritually, give you all those qualities, also I'll fulfill all your needs as well. So this money in this time is being given not to have lustful pleasures, or not to have for sinning, for disobedience, but first for the deen, for the others. They all have rights on our time and our money. First haqq is haqq of Allah. First haqq is haqq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The next is the haqq of others. As much as we related to my wife, my children, my brothers, up and down, right and left. So as I said, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us ilm wa zikr. Iman, salat and ilm wa zikr. What's required? Ilm, you find out what my rights are, what's the right of Allah, what's the right of Allah, the ibadat and the makhluk, what they have rights on me. They have what I do for them. This is what we have to find out. Because this life Allah has given us only to fulfill our responsibility. Only effort here, no reward. But in Akhirah, no effort and only rewards. Here you fulfill the rights of Allah, the rights of other human beings, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you in Akhirah. Because dunya is to fulfill. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, taught us, teaches us, you have to do this, now you have to do this. And they say, so ilm and zikr, you have to do this, and zikr is to do it this way. So unless we have ilm and zikr in our life, we'll know everything, but we won't be able to do it. So we have to acquire the right ilm of masail, ilm of fadail, then we'll know the haqq of others. That's when we fulfill the haqq of others, Allah will fulfill our haqq. So we have to know the reality. This is the summary of the ilm. To be aware, because if the ilm is not there, this is ignorance. This is ignorance, and that will generate laziness. So never ever be that I don't know. I don't know. No Muslim should ever say I don't know. Find out ilm from ulama. But what Allah has taught in Quran and Hadith. So it's incumbent, is the primary duty and responsibility of every man and woman to know as much ilm, so that they are able to live their life according to the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the rida of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why ilm and zikr have to please Allah, have to prepare for akhirah, build my akhirah, and not to spoil my akhirah. That's why ilm and zikr have to know. Find out. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends Anbiya this kind of teaching, this kind of guidance. This is what you do, this is what you must do. Dawat, then the ta'lim of deen. That's why this is the sequence. This is sequence of the how Quran was revealed. This is the effort of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In that sequence, dawat, ta'lim wa ta'allam, ilm, and then ibadat. Because that's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then through this we'll be able to fulfill our responsibility. That's the ilm of deen and the fadail of ilm, the fadail of amal. Then the angels will make dua for us, the fish will make dua for us, the birds will make dua for us, then the ants in their holes will make dua for us, because we are going out in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to acquire that knowledge, the skills. So we learn and we practice and we change our life. So know our responsibility. The zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, through the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to obedience. Zikr of Allah, what is zikr of Allah? Allah is watching me, Allah can see me, Allah can hear me. Faskuruni, askurukum. You remember me, you obey me, I will fulfill your needs. You remember me, I'll remember you. That means I'll always keep an eye on you so I can help you. Whenever you're suffering, whenever you have any need, if you do what I want, then I will do what you need. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Atiullah wa ati Rasul, la'allakum turhamun. Obey Allah, so you have mercy from Allah. Obey Rasulullah, so you have mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Obey Allah, Allah's Rasul, and you will have mercy. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remember us with His mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us, remember us. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. This is the first step, commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the contact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First step, I will worship you. Second step, Allah will help us. Iyaka na'budu, I obey you, I do worship, I do your worship, and Iyaka nasta'in, Allah will help me. So that was a ilm and zikr, how we conduct ourselves in that manner. Peace Allah, way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is ilm and zikr. Ilm is to know and do, is to know, and zikr is to do it on the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ilm and zikr is a great gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who won't, will give them ilm. Those who won't our ways, will show them our ways. Listen, because it will be questioned on the day of judgment. Did you fulfill your responsibilities? How did you live? Where did you live? What did you do? Did you fulfill your responsibility? That's it. Because the money is to fulfill your responsibilities, not to fulfill your lust. Not fulfill you do not use your money. It doesn't belong to you. Beyond your needs, share with others. Because this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Because here you fulfill your responsibilities, Allah will reward you manifold in Akhirah. So how you find what your rights are? Learn the ilm of deen. Ilm of deen is to know the rights of others upon you. These are the rights of others. This is the go and search for others, those who are in needy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. This is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you have, when you give rights to others, there will be peace on earth. Because everyone's rights are being fulfilled. It's because when human beings' needs are not being fulfilled, that's when they will go out and screaming and searching why our needs are gone wrong. Which is a hungry person, a thirsty person, an ill person. So that's when there'll be, that they say, that then there was a problems on earth, because they're all hungry and thirsty. And that's what so Dawat was, Aslim, Taslim. You practice Islam, you'll be at peace. Because deen of Allah is the only way that the peace from Allah will come. Otherwise, there'll be problems, there'll be distress, there'll be anxiety. That's when the problems will be. So peace on earth for all human beings is not possible unless they obey Allah on the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So submit yourself, fulfill your responsibilities. That's what you've been created for. That is your purpose of your life. So that with your money, you fulfill the rights of others. Ibadat, you fulfill the rights of Allah. And with the money, you fulfill the rights of others. This is the place that's been given to you. For dunya, rights of Allah, haqq of human beings, haququllah, hukul ibad. But that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding you three things. Fairness, justice, equality. Be just to others, be fair to others. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding you adl, kindness, generosity, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering you to have ihsan, kindness, generosity, fairness, justice, equality. Fairness, justice, equality, that's the adl, kindness and generosity. This is ihsan. Only when you obey this, when you practice this, be fair to others. What you like for yourself, like for them as well. What you dislike for yourself, dislike for others as well. This is fair. This is being fair. And this being fair, this being just. That's a be equal. Don't go to sleep with a full stomach and your neighbor is hungry. Now this is not fairness. Then you have iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, then you are a mu'min. Then you are mu'min. Then you are mu'min. When you fulfill the rights of others, you are a mu'min. This is a sign of iman. Fulfill the responsibilities. Iman, the sign of iman is you are always taking care of others, being just to others. This is justice, ihsan, fairness, kindness, generosity of others. Always. This is not just words, but something that you have to practice. Be fair to others at all times. It's like, do not be cruel. It's haram, forbidden to be cruel to others. And to be just to others is also a commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fulfill this rights of others. That everyone wants to be treated in a just manner, in a fair manner. Kunu qawamina bil qist. That remain, that's fairness and justice. And be fair in everything that you do. It says that even if somebody doesn't like you and there's enmity, even being enemy, being fair with enemy. Even with your enemy, you be fair to them. You be fair to them. Do not make their life miserable just because you don't like them. Or just be fair to them. Even in animosity, you be fair to them. وَلَا يَجْرِمَنَّكُمْ شَنَآنَ قَوْمِكُمْ Allah ta'adilu, idalu, idalu, watakullah, idalu. That's someone, your enemy with them. Do not go overboard. Be cruel to them. No more. But if you're able to forgive them. Be just to them. Even with their enemies, you be just to them. There was a lot of Sahaba. Even with their enemies, they're fighting. Even then, they were justice. We will not lie to you. We will not deceive you. We will be fair to you, and we'll be kind and merciful to you. As I say, limits for everything, and rights of everyone. Limits for everything and rights of everyone. So Rasulullah used to say, what is Hajj? This is friendship and this is animosity. Friend or enemy. And that's it's a friend or an enemy. How you deal with a friend? I just say, love all. But it's possible that when you show love to others, then maybe enemy also become your friend. And with an enemy, be normal to them. Don't go overboard. Just be normal. Maybe that this enemy becomes a friend of you in future. This is the training of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is what we've been told, that in your friendship and your animosity, be normal. Because too much friendship will spoil it, and animosity. And on animosity as well, remain normal. Maybe this friend today will become enemy tomorrow. Maybe enemy today become friend tomorrow. So now you went overboard and did too much, and maybe he felt he wanted it, and then he becomes your enemy tomorrow. So don't go overboard. Be normal. Aidilu, remain steadfast. Be fair. This is in the haqq of Allah, in the haqq of human beings. This is the life of a Muslim. This is life of Islam. Life of Islam is rahmah for you, because you fulfill the rights of others, fulfill the rights of human beings. Then this you're becoming a better person. This is Islam in the middle as an average person, because a good Muslim is a balanced Muslim. This is balance. Don't go overboard with your friends, and don't hate your enemies. Because maybe you show fairness to your enemy, and he becomes your friend tomorrow. And you go overboard to your friend, maybe he becomes your enemy tomorrow. That's why balance, fairness, just to everyone. Because you're young today and old tomorrow, because conditions will change, and your relationship will also change. Today's friend, maybe tomorrow's enemy. So that means, how do you live then? Live in a normal way. Don't go overboard. Don't exaggerate. Don't do too much or don't do too little. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan. This is Islamic lifestyle. That's how we live. That's how we live. Live in a fair way, in a just way, in an honorable way, in a dignified manner. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adl wal ihsan. Kindness, generosity, fairness, justice, equality. Fairness, justice, equality is an adl. Kindness and generosity is an ihsan. You practice these. Now you're building an Islamic lifestyle, Islamic society. This is how we live. Our society, our community, this is the environment we create. Then others will be attracted towards that kind of society that we create. So this is Ikram Muslim. This is Ikram Muslim. This is just a heading. Ikram Muslim is just a heading. But what does it mean? That they do Ikram for Muslim? So what is the teacher? This is different. That remain as fair, just, balanced, not too much, not too little, average. That's why. Isar, Sabr, Ihsan, Isar. This is a high level. Not just fair, not just be kind, but do more for others. This is Isar, what Sahaba Ikram did. This is Isar of the highest level. Ihsan, and even higher than Ihsan is Isar. With your money, with your money, with your life, you just fulfill your needs. Take care only for your needs. This is the instinct of an animal. That's not a human being. A human being, as a Muslim, he always cares for others as well. That we help others, we are helpful to others. These are my brothers, brothers in Islam, brothers in humanity. This is Kunu ibadullahi ikhwana. Rasulullah said to them, to Sahaba Ikram, remain up to Allah and brothers to each other. Because these are all children of one mother, one father, of Adam and Hawa. So that now with your money and your life, this is Islam, this is our Islamic lifestyle, this is our deen, this is our community, this is our society, based on ihsan. Wa'budullah wa la tusrifu bihi shay'a wa bil walidayni ihsana wa zil qurba wal yatama wal masakin wal jari zil qurba wal jari junub sahib ibn sabil wa ma khalaqat aymanukum. Detail of the relationship what you have to look after from the ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is ihsan. First, haqq of Allah, only Allah, you obey Allah, worship Allah, no one other than Allah, don't shirk. Now ihsan with your parents, be ihsan. First relationship with your mother and father. First relationship with your mother and father. How you live with your mother, how you take care of the mother, be kind to them, be just to them, and do ihsan to them. Not just fairness, but do more, do everything to them. Do everything for them, your mother and father. Then your children will care for you if you care for your parents. Because this is the reward that you get in this dunya. Obey your parents, look after your parents, your children will obey you and look after you. And take care of your relatives. Those who will always grandfather, and then mother, and then the boys and girls, brothers and sisters, and then the nephews and aunts. This is one big family. This is Karabat. This is the family. This is one family. This is one big family. Have to fulfill the rights. That's why all the Kabila, all the tribes, they used to fight amongst us. Because of Dawud Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they all become ikhwana. They all became brothers. You're the children of one grandfather. Why are you killing each other? These are cousins. These are nephews. You're brothers. You're finishing yourself. Who's benefiting? Rasulullah told them, this is Karabat, this is your family. Take care of your family, fulfill the rights. Because of course always it's who you share with. That's why you fight, because the neighbor you won't fight, because you have nothing to share with them. Because you participate in the inheritance, in the money, in the houses and the things. Then if you fulfill others' rights, then there will be barakah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who take care of their family, all their relationships, then Allah will put barakah in their things, in their money, in their relationships as well. There will be love, because this is my wife, taking care. You do more for her, she'll do much more for you. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is watching how we deal with them. This is we all belong to one grandfather at the top. This one big family, and then across wife and children. This is and your neighbors, take care of your neighbors as well. The neighbor can be a brother or can be just a stranger, but he's a neighbor. So all types of neighbors, you be good to them. Be just with them. Be kind to them. Account the relationships. And they say, even you ask your family, have you sent something to the neighbor first? Go and say, whatever you could, send things to the neighbor first. So this is what we have to create, a development and environment where with our neighbors we're always giving and taking. Because in the Muslims in Medina, their neighbors were all Yahud, because they're neighbors now. They become Muslims, so they have rights over you. They say, Yahudi. They say, he's a Yahudi, but he's my neighbor. So he's got rights over me. So the Muslim, the Sahabi will come, have you sent some food to the neighbor? That's what they ask. Even though they're not Muslims, they're not related, but they're neighbor. So the neighbor who lives next to you has got a right on you. So fulfill the rights of others. When you fulfill the rights of others, then you'll have peace. When there's a son, then with ihsan, they'll come close to you. They'll like you. They'll be near to you. They will love you. They will respect you. Your neighbor. And then they will help you. they will help you, and that those your staff that you who work for you, they're also your neighbors, and they're sharing. They also have rights on you in the masjid, in your shop, on the business, on your farm. They also have rights on you. Be fair to them. And those who are travelers as well, you're traveling with them. There's also show ihsan to them. Your fellow travelers. It says traveler doesn't have any family, doesn't know anyone. Ibn Sabil is called. Ibn Sabil. Because it says stranger in your city, be good to them, be kind to them, because they don't have any family. They are from far away places. This is how you live with them, because then this is how you create a system of justice and fairness, because whether they are related to you or they are not related to you. If your neighbor, your fellow traveler, so this is, you remain a balanced way. So fulfill their rights, and fulfill your needs as well. Your needs and their rights, so that you remain with them, with other fellow human beings. I'm also one of the abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm also a human being. I must say, this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever Allah has given me, I'll share with them. I'll share with everyone. Fulfill their responsibilities, their rights. This a society will be created, a society will be developed, a community will be developed, then we will benefit. Those who live in that kind of society, help each other, caring each other, sharing with each other, then we will all benefit. There will be no tension in that society. We will all be helpful for each other. There will be no anxiety in that society. There will be no evil. There will be no corruption because of this ihsan and isar, kindness, generosity that wins the hearts of others. Then we have no enemies. We are all friends. When we be kind, when we live that kind of life, then we create that kind of society. This is the result, the help and love. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will generate love. Rahman will put love to those who have iman and do good amal. But we all of us from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah will generate love in the hearts of others for you if you are iman and amal. Like Ansar Medina, they were enemies before, and for hundreds of years they were enemies of each other, killing each other. For years and years, generations, Rasulullah came and being placed before them, akhirah, amal, and they accepted, and they changed, and they mended their ways, and changed their ways. They became good, and others became good. They changed, others changed. No animosity, no enemy, all friendship, all love. Allah put love amongst all of them. Then they had good life. They all had from each other, benefit from each other. A society was created. A society was developed. Ansar Medina. Allah SWT says, Ansar Medina, think of the generosity, kindness from me. You were the enemies. You were enemies of each other, killing each other. And then I put love in your hearts for each other. You became brothers, you became friends, you became brothers. This is the ihsan of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ihsan of Allah, Allah sent a Nabi amongst you. Because of that, your conditions changed. Your conditions changed. You were enemies, you became brothers. Because of deen, love came, and love spread, and care and respect for each other. This is kind of life that we want to develop everywhere. Doesn't matter money or no money, or not enough money. But iman and amal will generate love amongst us. Then we share with each other. We care for each other. This is from the qudrat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we make an effort for the deen of Allah, because it's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when we are obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create good conditions amongst us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give conditions for us. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changed their conditions, and they were Allahu Akbar. No, this is name from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are enemies, now you are living as a family. And it says, otherwise you were so close to Jahannam. So close to Jahannam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved you from Jahannam because you accepted the deen of Allah. Because Allah saved you from Jahannam, and also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you good life in dunya as well. When deen came, you have good life here, and also your akhirah will also be developed, and you will have no loss, no suffering. Because when you are fulfilling others' rights, they will fulfill their rights. Allah will put love amongst you. That's what Rasulullah said. Allah sent me to dunya, to others, with all khair, all goodness from me, accepted and practiced. He encourages and gives targheeb for this. others in this, all the rights. What are the rights of others? For Allah, ikhlas for Allah, and justice for human beings. Justice for human beings, ikhlas for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And why all this? Because like dunya and also akhirah. Dunya and akhirah. Dunya will finish and akhirah is forever. Dunya we will leave. Death we leave dunya, we leave it behind, and we move on to the next life. We are travelers. We are the musafir. We are musafir running towards akhirah. Whether you like it or not, whether you are aware or not, but you are running towards akhirah. You are a traveler for akhirah. And that you are getting close to your akhirah, getting close to your qabr. Every day is taking us close to our qabr, to our final destiny. So that dunya you will leave behind. You are one way direction. Akhirah, dunya is behind. Dunya is behind. Your 50 is gone, 50 is gone, 40 is gone. Akhirah, and you don't know how much is left. As soon as death comes, eyes closed, and it's all finished. Now you start to see the reality with the eyes of the ruh. Then this is it. And then for all human beings, judgment. That's the last station. That's the last station of the tracks of railway track. Passing through different stations. They say this is our life. One day will all be end. Will be no more. One day all this will be no more. And for us it will be no more at the time of death. So we have to take our iman and our amal and we generate and accumulate. This is our real asset. This is our real capital. Iman, amal, our niyyah. So it will help us in dunya, help us in qabr, help us in all different stages that we have to pass through when we get to akhirah. It's what we have to earn. We have to earn, we have to store, and we have to accumulate it. We have to take it with us. Don't lose it on the way. Don't lose it ways. We can do, but make sure it's not lost on the way. With iman, yaqeen, taqwa, tawakkul, this is what will go with us. Khairuzad, taqwa. As a traveler, what you need most is your taqwa to stop you from being dishonest and stop you from being a liar, to help you for being an honest person, a truthful person, and a dependent person, a reliable person. So says it. This is smartness. Smartness who from dunya is making akhirah. The smart person is the one who uses dunya to build his akhirah, who controls his nafs, controls his desires, and subjects himself to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Doesn't matter if my desires want to fulfill, because what you need after death, do it now. He's smart, he's intelligent. So because as soon as you see the edge of death, no more amal you can do, no more amal you can do. It's too late. Now is the time for whatever it's behind us, we do tawbah. What's in front of us, we plan for it. Good niyat and amal and ikhlas. Otherwise, there will be a lot of regret. Lot of regret at the time of death, lot of regret on the day of judgment. Didn't have any money, didn't have any store, didn't have any capital, and we got all the needs. How am I going to do? So then everyone will have regret. Everyone will have regret. I wish I'd done more. I wish I'd done the right thing. I wish I'd made an effort. I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done the right thing. But that regret will be of no use. Those who have done good, even they will have regret. I wish I'd done more. Those who didn't do anything, they'll regret because they didn't do at all. So the good ones, or not so good ones, all of them, they will have regrets. Regrets. Because we can also, one subhanallah is more valuable than the mountain of Uhud. More valuable. Not just in size, but it's in importance and value. One subhanallah is more valuable. So imagine the rest of the amal, how valuable those be, and how much reward we get from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is in the halqa of ta'lim, we sit, and that's why we can create an urge and desire to do this amal. This follow for my akhirah, those for others is for me. Those who forget their akhirah, then there will be you will not be able to make up the loss of dunya. Because this is don't lose dunya. We have to use dunya to build akhirah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given iman, ibadat, akhlaq, and so that we can be ihsan to others and be nice to others, kind to others, have a good life, without tension, without anxiety. It's only through deen, through these qualities, and preparing for akhirah. What you do now is building your akhirah. You benefit in dunya, benefit akhirah. So first, this is our deen, this is our deen. But deen will come in our life. We start to practice that lifestyle that Allah wants if we make an effort. First we make an effort. So yaqeen in Allah, yaqeen in the Nabi, yaqeen in akhirah, yaqeen in the angels, yaqeen in the day of judgment. This is without yaqeen, there's amal will not be able to. Yaqeen is our force, that power that drives a person towards the amal. Weak amal is because weak yaqeen. No amal because no yaqeen. Strong amal, lot of amal because strong yaqeen. So that's we give da'wat, that our yaqeen will develop. So that we making dua, Ya Allah, give us that strength, give us that strength, give us that yaqeen. So we are able to face all the challenges. This dunya, short life of our distress, short life of pain and suffering. We will end one day, we will not live forever. But one who is able to, one who has these qualities, one who is able to, one who is practicing deen, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give me strength to withstand all kind of pressures, all these challenges that we face, of illness, of spiritual or physical or mental, all these problems, they will be there, all these changes will come. But when you make an effort for deen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives that quality, so that when you get something, you do shukr. When you lose something, you have sabr, and never lose hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now this is person who submits to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because things will keep on changing, conditions will keep on changing. But when you obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah will give the strength to be able to withstand all kind of pressures. So then you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded if you do shukr what you have, and you do sabr, and then you remain steadfast in all conditions, because you're doing sabr and you're getting benefit. You're getting benefit, then Allah will help them. Sometimes you don't have much, but you do sabr, Allah will reward you. And you have a lot, you do shukr, Allah will reward you. So in both those conditions, those who do shukr and those who sabr, will benefit. So this is one who is iman, one who is yaqeen, he or she is always good. He's always good, because most conditions are good for him and her, because to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you have something or you don't have something, when you get something or you don't get something, what you want or you get what you don't want, on all conditions do shukr and sabr, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with you, Allah will reward. Then in dunya, then you'll be at peace, then you'll have a contentment. In the akhirah will develop. Then Allah will give a hayat tayyibah, when you have kalma tayyibah in your life. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will also build akhirah. That's what this chapter of Dawat and Tabligh. So that we put our steps, so that we fulfill our responsibilities, and with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because says, do the help of Allah, do the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And no one has ever regretted because of deen. No one will lose. The system of Allah, never in the history of humanity, no one is ever a loser. But of course, there'll be some tests that will come on the way. But Allah, that test will never last forever. But it says no one ever is a loser in dunya and akhirah, those who make an effort for deen. So always we prepare ourselves, encourage ourselves, practice for deen, spare our time, spend our money for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ourselves, and also encourage others as well, promoting virtues, preventing vices, do good and encourage others as well, so that we all help each other. If I'm doing good, others not doing good, others are not doing good, then we both suffer. Because this is responsibility Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. The job Allah gave to Anbiya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the warnings to Anbiya, those nations who did not follow the Anbiya, Allah gave them warnings to them. That's then you'll get that strength of dua, this help of Allah. Dua will be accepted. Then when you never ever lose this hayat tayyibah, never ever lose those who suffer because of deen. But you spend for money, you will never be a loser. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will return many folds more. That's what the Istima is all about. So this is the intention that we make. I have to do this. This is my job. Ready for this, inshallah.
This is, I'm responsible, I have to do this job because the entire humanity is my responsibility. 7.5 billion human beings are my responsibility. This is the, so, and this is for yourself, to fulfill our job. Allah wants us to do this job, and we are responsible to, in fact, to encourage others as well. When you put this, inshallah, this is the intention we have to make. Whatever. So, inshallah, some announcements now. Some announcements. So those brothers who have not put here, if there is any brother here, there's any brother who's not in Jamaat yet, any brother sitting here who's not put his hand in Tashkeel? Anyone else? MashaAllah. So inshallah this is a Muzakara of Iman. So those brothers who just as soon as the Bayan is finished, inshallah you stay behind if your name is not in the list, not in Jamaat. So all the Jamaats have been formed and they've been given the routes. Because towards dua, inshallah, Hidayat after Fajr, soon after Fajr, Hidayat, and then dua. So please, it's a